Howdy, y'all. Welcome to the final stand of the Mono Water team. We, I think are kind of at the best iteration it's gonna be. I haven't made any changes to the actual Mons on the team. Got a couple new moves in there, but they're more just niche than anything else, so I think we're gonna run it back. Might be a chance for a solid YouTube title too. I made the best Mono Water team. Something like that. Just something to encourage engagement, you know? That's what it's all about. Let's jump into this. Our opponent is rocking Gardevoir, Maushold, Talonflame, Kingambit, Basculegion, and Garchomp. So, right away, the Friend Guard ability on the Maushold can be a problem for some things. Gardevoir, I think, is the biggest, so we want to be prepared for that. Insofar that I think we still want Trick Room. If they go Gardevoir, Kingambit, I guess so be it. Samurot's coming. And... because, yeah, we're just going to try and rip Trick Room, huh? Or you know what, do we just lead Primarina and come in with... yeah, I think so. I'm going to give this a shot. Okay. I like the idea here. So, we are going to start out here. We're going to see the Maushold Gardevoir, as expected. Slobo Prim. So, obviously, Blastoise would have been a bit better, but I think we still get the Trick Room up. And Hyper Voice off for sure. They go Mega. There we go. Oblivious, you even saw it. You even saw the Oblivious. To be fair, he's got two very similar abilities, so I don't blame him for getting it wrong. But this does mean Trick Room gets to go up, which is wonderful. Their Hyper Voice obviously did a lot, but guess what? We've got Heal Pulse. Go ahead and do that. And I think we will still Hyper Voice because it's going to take the Maushold. Oh, wait. Oh, dear. That's a problem. No two ways about it. That is a problem. Okay, it's fine, though. Gardevoir reverses Trick Room. Okay. Interesting. So I don't think we can afford... I mean, we can rip Trick Room again. Because Slowbro will survive. So I think we're going to protect Trick Room here. Super Fang. This is fine. Because we've got Citrus Berry. And we will not take that. Okay. I was pretty convinced we were going to take that. Super Fang did more than I was anticipating, I guess. We can still get there. By way of Moonblast, the Maushold, I believe. It maybe should have been Hyper Voice, but like... Yeah, we probably should have brought Rotom as backup too. Oh, come on. That's probably a double protect, no? Yeah, okay, never mind. My apologies, I was quick to judge. Because that is just objectively the correct play there. So they Super Fang Hyper Voice. We have no counterplay, we've lost. Okay. That is a bummer, I won't lie. Yeah. Oh. Wait a second. Oh, didn't KO. Roselli Berry. He's gonna follow me. If I had Aqua Jet, still don't think we get there. I don't know, man. I think we're just gonna rip Water Pulse. Alright, well, little false start here out the gate, but that's alright. I think I am going to go drop that Water Spout, though. That is what I love about Pokemon Champions, is the fact that I can just do that, right? Because otherwise, you're just doing this on Showdown the whole time. Because it's so inefficient to change things on cart, but not anymore. So it's wonderful from that perspective. Just provides you the ability to like tinker, you know? Test things out in a lot more official manner. Alright, let's swap that real quick. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Let's change up the music too. Black and white. Wait, what is that? Sure. I think that's how that works. Not positive. Alright, let's lock in, folks. Alright, we see Sableye, Gengar, Scizor, Garchomp, Milotic, Sylveon. Alright. Just open and close with alright there. What a good transition phrase. That being said, what do they want to do and how can we prevent it? Sylveon. I mean, they're probably going to want to lead some combination of Gengar or Scizor up front. I feel like this is actually a really good Rotom, maybe Rotom Politoed lead. Worst case scenario for Rotom is Garchomp, but if we have a rain boosted Hydro Pump as an option, it's not the end of the world. And then Blastoise, Slowbro or Samurott. So the goal will be to get speed with Rotom. Which we can do. Okay. So, yeah, this is just to cover... cover a Garchomp lead. The Politoed is there to cover the Garchomp lead. Sableye Gengar, because otherwise we should be able to do some combination of Volt Switch and shenanigans in general, right? Could just rip Thunder too, but I think we definitely want to be Volt Switching out, and we absolutely want to be ripping an Icy Wind, probably. Yeah, I think that's the play. Sableye's just... Oh, is he going Hypnosis? Okay, we're still faster. Does good damage. Where would they be inclined to Hypnosis, and who is the most okay to go to sleep? Is it Samurott or Blastoise? I guess it has to be Samurott, right? Because it's not our Mega. We are going to get an Icy Wind off here, so that's not for nothing. And we're relatively safe in here with Samurott to just burn a turn of sleep. I think I just want to start... I do kind of want to start ripping Muddy Waters, but I do need another Icy Wind. Who might they switch? Milotic? Yeah. Let's get weird. Let's get weird. We're gonna use this just to kind of stall. Okay, or that's gonna happen. Well, okay. Huh, there goes that plan. Samurott should be in a pretty good position here. I mean, I get it. Like, Archaludon's a thing, and you've got Gravity set up, so... We're not out of this yet. In fact, I can just start ripping Thunders. Thunder and Muddy Water. I mean, Rotom will take a lot of damage, but I'm gonna get a Thunder off, so... That does 60% to Milotic, my goodness. We'll take that. Ah. Fair enough. Don't get an accuracy drop on Milotic, please. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I mean, we just have to let Rotom go down, no? Can Blastoise solo? Only if I have Rain. Okay, here's how... Well, does Rotom go down here? Actually, you know what? Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, right. Okay. Never mind. Never mind, never mind, never mind. Forgot about that. Here comes Sableye. This is great though, because I'm gonna get a Blastoise attack off, but like, what good is that, I suppose? Because Politoed's about to perish. Huh. Well, I mean, shout out Gravity, Focus Blast, nonsense. Good on him. Good on him. I think they're swapping Gengar out. Melodic should still drop. I mean, punish now for not having Water Spout, but go figure. And Sableye just on course, okay. Haha! I got the double. Yeah. But the rain stops, yeah. Alright, well, not an excellently played game on my part, to say the least. But also, I was not exactly prepared for a Gravity Focus Blast Mega Gengar. To give myself a little bit of credit, but most of the credit, obviously, to my opponent. Very well played. Excellently executed strategy, and I hope to be able to play it again one day and prove what I have learned. Okay, alright, well, I'm not normally one to forfeit, but oof, that actually did a lot of damage. You know what? They can have it. This is just to save us all time. GG's to my opponent nonetheless. Well played. Alright, we'll see you in the next one. Yeah, I think I might put that one in. It's kind of silly. Wants to perish. But, obviously, I would like to perform a little better than just that guy. What I might start experimenting with, too, is swapping the order. So even though, like, chronologically, if I include that video, right? If I include that battle, it'll have chronologically happened before anything else that happens later in the video, right? By definition. But I might do a little movie magic and insert it as like a 2 or a 3, right? Because you don't really love that as your opener, and you're sure as heck not going to close on it, so... But I do kind of want to include it. So I think that's what I might do. Movie magic. Let me know if that bugs you. Anyway. Fun-looking team for my opponent here. We see Tyranitar, Ampharos, Rotom, Wash, Scovillain, Excadrill, and Sinistcha. A lot going on here. 2 electric types and 2 grass types. Well, I think we can infer what they're gonna bring. And how do we get around it? Not really with Trick Room, I'll tell you that. Ampharos. And so, not really with Rain then. From that matter, so that knocks out Politoed. And probably Slowbro. So we just gotta go with our damage dealing friends. I like it. Here we go. Let's see what we can't make happen here. Should be a fun one. Alright, they are going to send out Excadrill and Rotom. Okay, they brought one of... They left one of Ampharos, Sinistcha, Scovillain behind. So, I believe I would like to fake out. They are not Mega Excadrill, are they? I mean, you're not running regular Ampharos and regular Scovillain. So surely both of those are Megas, which means Excadrill can't be a Mega, right? Forgot to Mega myself, but that is okay. Does not change the situation. My goodness, unless this is sashed. It is sashed. Not a big surprise. Please don't attack Blastoise and punish me for not Mega Evolving. Of course it's going to, right? They're just going to Rock Slide. Okay. It's not going to make that much of a difference. I could have like an extra 10 or so HP, but we're okay. In fact, we're going to do what? Cry as we eat a Thunderbolt from Rotom? Because we don't have an electric type switch in, because how could we? Use Dark Pulse Rotom. And just pray? I think that is the optimal play. Maybe? I mean, there's probably a switch in there. The problem is I don't have the right defensive switch in right now. And we missed the Hydro Pump. Okay. Rotom uses Discharge. Ow! You gotta be kidding me. Here comes the Rock Slide. We're living. There's no way we get an attack off. Yeah, there was no way. Well, that just went from terrible to more terrible. How are we gonna get the last bit of this Excadrill? I think we're sacrificing... No, we have to do a double switch. We have a line, but oh boy is it thin. Just a bummer we missed the Hydro Pump, but what are you gonna do? Here's the Discharge. What a pretty hard counter to Mono Water. Oh my goodness. Poison Jab. Uh-huh. Okay, so what was our actual line? I don't have any priority is the problem. Boy, look at that. Look at that team, huh? Look at that team, huh? Yikes. Yeah, I think it's toast, folks. I think it's toast, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm ultimately just doing this to prolong the inevitable. Alright, well, in my defense, Discharge Rotom is gonna give Mono Water problems. There's no two ways about that. I wish that weren't the case, but I mean, here we find ourselves. What are you gonna do? I also did not anticipate an Excadrill bring whatsoever, so credit to my opponent on that front as well. Yo, Beyonders, we are not doing too hot to start here, huh? We can get a fake out, and I think we just have to hit a raw thunder. There's our priority. Got him. And we missed thunder. Such is the nature of using Rotom. I mean, they're using a 100% accurate move, so fair enough. Oh, yeah. You know, I said I wasn't changing a Pokemon, but is there any... There's one Grass Resist, but is there any Electric Resist? But I mean, like, how many Electric Resist do I need to be ready for? Steel resist electric? It doesn't, right? Feels like it should. Electric resist steel, but not vice versa. Technically, Mega Feraligatr takes neutral. We could Protean out of water type. Actually, is that not useful? But like, to what? What do you go to resist electric? Ground, you don't have anything there. Electric of your own. Grass. Grass not. But that doesn't do any damage. We know that from X and Y days. Greninja's grass knotting Rotom washes. Boy. There's our only grass was well. Grass neutral, grass neutral. Grass neutral. Does help with Rotom? Not. I mean, eh. Are we missing out on Palafin stonks? How can we run mono water and not try Palafin? Maybe we don't have rain at all. Maybe rain doesn't matter. Wait, maybe that's the secret. That's my secret cap. Don't I get a Palafin? I thought I got a Palafin to start. No, but let's try it. Let's freaking try it. I mean, I guess we gotta rip a Palafin first. I never really played Palafin in Scarlet Violet. Don't have any water, so I just have to hard rip it. Ah. Our resource is gonna get in the way of the best water type team. Okay, but what are some similar principles we can follow? Should we have an Intimidator? It feels kind of like we should. Maybe that's what we need, is just more support around the Blastoise. In fact, I'm not even sure Politoed makes the team. So who are our go fast options? I mean, you're gonna be... You know what, we'll have Thunder Wave. Dude, I had a crazy, you know what, why not? Let's run my crazy... This was better, like, early champions, because... But, I mean, it still gets it done, you know? Alright, let's take a look-see here. I think I remember we were modest to guarantee the 2-shot. That was a silly Gyarados set I had, but I kinda dig it. I think it actually fits well on this team as well because I don't need the water coverage. Garchomp. Let's say that, for sake of argument, I am modest, and I am whipping out Ice Beam. Modest, no investment, does at least 63. I can pick up the 1-shot, but I'm not going modest max attack. I think I'm just modest. Or, in fact, wait. What if I weren't modest, but just like relaxed, for example? Doing at least 59. Okay, so we don't even have to be modest. We can be... Do we want to be special wall or physical wall? I think if we go plus Spadef minus speed, we'll go sassy. Just go like 110. Yeah, I like this. 143. 15. Can we get to... Can't quite get to that. So this is a good spot. Just turbo bulky. I like it. And we're going to move the leftovers onto it. Because I think Politoed's not going to make the cut. So, give you an item to hold. Leftovers. So now what do we want in this slot? I mean, I guess Prim can still stick around. Let's go back to Water Spout. Now that I think we're going to be... It's because I kind of want Protect too, you know? So maybe we just run Protect then. How about... I'm also missing that there. Okay. Still like that moveset. I mean, Politoed's not terrible, but our our leftovers has been consumed by a better team member, and our Focus Sash has opened up. Well, we've always had an open Focus Sash. What if we go crazy? Probably got to be Pelipper. I mean, I don't. I think actually we can make it work. I think we can make it. Well, we lost leftovers. We have our physical wall. This guy wants to play bulky, but like... Semi-poor did that one thing. Had that one finish in that one tournament. It's like, oh, semi-poor. I don't need... I have my Intimidator. We could go Sash Bask. Or do we just need Politoed because Sun is a thing that exists? So what are we more scared of? Probably... electric moves or grass moves, do we think? Or you know what? Let's give you the Mystic Water. And reinvest a little bit in your special attack so that you're actually like doing damage. Oh, we can get there. Yup. Okay. So now... just be a guy that does damage. I kind of dig that. A gal. My apologies. Alright. That's actually some sufficient modification to the team. I'm happy. And I think... mixes up how we play and gives us some more options. Let's give it a shot. Alrighty. We see some fun stuff from my opponent here in the form of Archaludon, Sableye, Sinistcha, Blastoise, Camerupt, and Gallade. Now, Obviously, Archaludon is a problem. However, we have Sacred Sword and Aura Sphere to sort of give us a little bit of an edge on that front. They've also got Blastoise. Okay. I think I want to bring my own Blastoise. Intimidate's not really relevant, so I don't think Gyarados is coming in that regard. They're going to try and set their own Trick Room. And I kind of don't want to give them Rain. So I think this is what we're going to go with. Okay. Ghost type, Gym Leader. Sableye Arch. Alright, fantastic. We go Blastoise Rotom. And I think it has to be Aura Sphere on Rip. And a Volt Switch here. I mean, they undoubtedly want to Electro Shot. And that's probably what they're going to do, huh? And I don't really have a way to stop that. Do we just say Blastoise takes one? I mean, maybe Blastoise takes one. Let's find out. Max HP, so that has to count for something. Oh. Oh, this is fine then. Because now, if we go... we could get our own Trick Room up. No, I think we go Samurott here and basically just say, whoever you target. Okay, this is actually fine. Because we were kind of accepting that an Electro Shot was going to land anyway. I mean, if we guess it right, which we can actually, because it's almost certainly into the Blastoise. And if it's not, then oh well. They Electro-shotted into the Rotom slot, then egg on my face, I guess. But I'd have to imagine they sent this into the Blastoise slot. Oh, and we're just faster. Well, isn't that interesting? Okay, but learning that we're faster is wonderful news. We can play around both Disable and Encore here. Because by going Night Slash into the Archaludon and switching Blastoise out. Okay, Sableye withdraws. In comes Sinistcha. Oh, this probably means a Protect then? Okay. That's why Samurott's good, because you want to Rage Powder me away? Alright, that's fine. I think it's time to just start firing Electro Webs. I'm gonna go Night Slash here. Because once that Arch is slower than Blastoise, we're chilling. Boy, I've launched an Aura Sphere and a Sacred Sword into that Archaludon, and it is at 41%. My goodness. A Mega Launcher boosted Aura Sphere and a Sharpness boosted. Apologies for my dog. Sharpness boosted Sacred Sword, as I was saying. No Rage Powder is kind of insane in my opinion. Also, the way that Sinistcha took that night, well, I guess through Reflect. +1 Dragon Pulse we should take. That was Matcha Gotcha, though. I was prepared for my Citrus Berry, because I'm so used to my Citrus Berry Samurott. So... does someone want to tell me why that survived? Or rather, not why it survived, but the fact that they were just willing to let me Sacred Sword again. I mean, I guess they just put me in a position where I could overthink myself. And I proceeded to do exactly that. Oh my goodness. Okay, well at least protect our Jalodon here for me. Okay, okay. Alright, well this will do really good damage to the Sableye, I'd have to imagine. I don't think it'll KO. Yeah, but it's really good damage. Did we see Disable or Encore? We saw Encore. I'm okay if I get Encored, TBH. Because if he's Encoring, then Rain Dance is not going up, which means Electro Shot's not coming out. Oh. Oh. There we go, Light Screen again. I'm gonna just keep firing these Electro Webs. That's annoying though. Because I could have Dark Pulsed, which is what I was thinking. We can get there. We can get there. It's gonna be tricky. In fact, I probably shouldn't have Water Pulsed. I think I should have, or I shouldn't have Water Spouted. Well, that turn worked out well. Huh. I always feel like Water Spout should be doing a lot more damage than it actually is. He's Leaf Blade delayed. Ow. Wait, so that's an interesting learning. Blastoise was faster than the Gallade. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if Heal Pulse goes through Protect. I don't think it does, but I'm gonna look it up. Does Heal Pulse go through Protect? No, it does not. Hi-ya. We got there. We got there just in time. Holy smokes. Okay. Okay. The speed tiers on this individual's team are all over the place. Slow Gallade, Fast Sinistra. Fascinating. Uh-oh. So you're telling me had I Trick Roomed there, had I went Trick Room Protect, we'd be looking at a very different game. Yeah, I don't think I've got any outs here, unfortunately. Well played, Archaladon, for my opponent. Yikes. Okay. Well, I think we're just gonna move on with this one. Because I don't think Slowbro can get it done. Wow, that Arch is a monster, dude. I mean, like I said, I put an Aura Sphere, I put a Sacred Sword, I did a lot. But, alas. Also, they got me pretty good with that turn where they just left the Archaladon exposed to a Sacred Sword, but that's how it's gonna be, I guess. Long queue. Really long queue. Yeah, Well, I mean, my goodness. There we go, there we go. Alright, we see Gengar, Incineroar, Ninetales, Dragonite King Gambit, Sneasler. Some fascinating things happening over there, mostly in the terms of the Mega Gengar with the Encore Disable things that can be happening. Alright. Gyarados can do okay here, minus freeze dry stuff from Ninetales. We could go... I kind of like a Blastoise lead next to Slowbro to keep all our options open. We go Gyarados, Samurott, or Politoed. I think Politoed, because we just gotta get some big damage off, and we're gonna be pretty hard Trick Room focused, I think, if we can get it off. Alright. See, Sneasler and Gengar. Where is my choice Scarf Garchomp? So, I would just like to... I think Dark Pulse and Trick Room, no? We are obviously under threat of Shadow Ball from Gengar. I think there's a chance we take that probably something I could EV for, to be certain, but I'm going to choose to believe. They are taking their time to figure their turn out. I don't blame them. Mono water is not a common matchup. Slowbro can't be a common matchup either. Mega on both sides. They just ripped close combat. Oh, they might be doubling the Blastoise. Unless they split their damage. Never split your damage. Blastoise is a tank. Yep. Alright, this feels like it is going to be a game carried by the bulk of Blastoise. Well done. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this position because now we threaten the KO over there. Okay, alright. It's not over. It's not over. Especially because I can't go through Protect. However, we just switch to Politoed and Psychic. I mean, that's an obvious play, but they don't have a ton of counterplay because they just brought in their Kingambit that I feel like they have to Sucker Punch the Blastoise slot. I could be wrong, but that feels like something they have to do there. And now we threaten... I mean, this Mystic Water boosted Weather Ball, it's not going to feel good. I can tell you that. I don't know exactly how much it's going to do, but... They go Ninetales. Okay. Oh. Well, now I can tell you how much it's going to do, and that answer is not a lot. Should have Muddy Watered. Still can Muddy Water. Alright, well, I got a little boomed there, I'm not going to lie. However, we're still fine. We're going to Muddy Water, and we are going to just slack off, I believe is the play here. Let Politoed go crazy. And we're just not going to get accuracy drops on Kingambit, I've decided. Excellent. Just go ahead and keep kowtowing me. I'll keep stalling you out. Yeah. Okay. That is quite annoying, because we do not advance as far along as we would have liked, but it's okay, because I think we're out healing, or we're about... I mean, we're healing about the amount that he's doing. A little more. This Muddy Water needs to connect. It should do big damage. Okay. Do not drop accuracy on Kingambit. Thank you. Blizzard, we hold. Slowbro gets frozen. Interesting. Well, this is a curious position we have found ourselves in. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're gonna sack Slowbro. We're gonna actually do a double sack here. Oh my goodness, this is perfect. Oh, this is so perfect. Whoa, tried to get tricky. Is this okay? We have to get Gyarados in right now. There's not going to be another time to do it. I don't want to see them swap out Ninetales. Okay, it's fine. It's not fine. Yeah, there's no two ways about it. It's not fine. Well, we do get to Thunder Wave, which is not for nothing. We do just have to let Blastoise go down here, or Slowbro. I think we let Slowbro go down. We Thunder Wave the Kingambit here. This is tricky, but I think we might be able to get there off the back of Muddy Water Politoed and maybe a Lucky Para. It's not necessary, but it would go a long way. We're just sacking Slowbro here. Get our Thunder Wave off. This is gonna hurt. Okay, okay. So now we go Politoed. Politoed is going to be faster than... Definitely faster than Kingambit. I would like to protect. And Thunder Wave here. Yeah, not surprising. So we're still going to get the Thunder Wave off. That's also not for nothing. Excellent. The problem is this freaking Kingambit. I'll try something. I'm gonna try something here. We do need to Thunder Wave the Sneasler, I think, if we want to have a chance at winning. For the Stone Edge, I could have gone for the Thunder Wave. I still can. Okay. Maybe we get a Para? Okay. I mean, kind of a wash, ultimately. Board state doesn't really change. They've preserved their weather, unfortunately. I think we have to double protect here. You know what? They might overthink it. I think we might have an out if they overthink it. Because they might think that I think their Sucker Punch Close Combat or Fake Out in a Politoed is so obvious that I'll protect. I mean, to that end, it's probably just supposed to be double protect, but then it's like... Oh my goodness. Please tell me you at least covered by kowtowing into Gyarados. This is the turn to get parried, though. Oh my goodness. I did tell you that was our way back in, was probably one Lucky Para. Politoed and one Lucky Para. And that might be the Lucky Para we needed. gonna go Sucker Punch, which will hurt, don't get me wrong. Also, Gyarados has no way to hit Kingambit. Feels bad. Yeah. They're still in a good spot. Boy, they do get to see all the tricks. Who do we miss? Okay. One more para and we're back. Kowtow. We might take it. Oh! Oh my goodness gracious. But Muddy Water doesn't KO. Oh, it's such a tough spot. Do I have to bank on him overthinking it again? I don't know who he attacked with Kingambit last time. This has to be his swan song. Surely, surely. Ninetales protects. You can't go Sucker Punch into Gyarados. You cannot go Sucker Punch into Gyarados there. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's unbelievable to me. Especially because that's a roll. Or a crit. Oh. Oh my goodness. That is such a bummer. Wild. We're not out of this yet, is the funny thing. We are still very live. There's only one thing to do at a time like this. Scary. Politoed, you have one job, my friend. I believe. I actually believe big time. This is absolutely insane. Oh my goodness. There's no way. There is no way. I think we might have done it. I mean, we got a hit still. Politoed. Politoed. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, what more can you say? GG's to my opponent. 007 VGC. I mean, wow. Nothing to be said other than play to your outs, I guess. GG's. We'll see you in the next one. Wow. That's wild. Oh, I might have to record an alternate ending to that because I would kind of like that to be the finale. I didn't think of that. That would make a good finale vid. Alright, ready to lock in? Alright, we see Kingambit, Garchomp, Basculegion, Archaludon, Charizard, and Hisuian Zoroark. Something we gotta be ready for is that Zoroark, without a doubt. So I think Choice Scarf Rotom looks decent here. We want to pair it next to Politoed. Boy, I want to like Bring Rain, but then they've got the Archaludon that's kind of upsetting me. Won't lie. Could go Trick Room and then just bring the lads. Kind of like that idea. Doesn't matter if his Charizard sets up Sun if we're in Trick Room. I guess. Let's find out. Alright, Basculegion Archaludon. Pretty good lead there. But also not too bad a lead ourselves. So, we've got options. Options that might just involve electrowebbing and I think a psychic into that spot. Ah. Aha. Well, I found the Zoroark. That is quite annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Well, oh, good news is he Draco Meteored, so he might be taking a double KO here. No, perfect. That's actually really, really good news because in comes Samurott now. And I get to no, sorry, we get to swap out to the Stoice and rip a Night Slash, is it? Yeah. And if he wants to go King Gambit, he can go King Gambit. But we're not too afraid of the King Gambit. Not only is it Zoroark, it's a Choice Scarfed, I believe. Yeah, no, it has to be Choice Scarfed because I'm Scarfed. Scarf to go above Scarf Basculegion, so... Alright, we send out Blastoise, who at worst is going to take a Hyper Voice, but instead we see Bitter Malice into my Dark type. Does drop my attack, but Night Slash should still pick it up, I imagine. Wonderful. I guess that makes sense. You're scarfed into it, and... This is a -2 Draco. It's still gonna, like, hurt, but, well, maybe not. So that slot is effectively useless this coming turn, either switching or we can disregard. Which means we will have time. Which means we will have time to swap out our Samurott, if we even want to, right? I think I got Protect and Night Slash here. Yeah, not a surprise there. There's the actual Basque. Imagine I still had Fake Out on Blastoise. Okay, so we're gonna Mega Evolve here, and I think it's pretty good for us. I mean, if they Solar Beam Samurott, then they Solar Beam Samurott. Yeah, I had to figure that the Blastoise was the bigger threat. So we get the Night Slash off here. Does minimal damage. Alright. I think we do just let the Blastoise go down, no? Just let it eat the Solar Beam? Yeah, I think so. I think that has to be the move. It's a little weird. Oh, excellent. I think that's actually best case scenario. Yeah, so this probably goes to Blastoise, and we are not taking it. No. But I do get another Night Slash off here. Let's see a crit. No, but that should put it into Rotom range. So we go Electro Web and Sacred Sword here. I mean, I think Samurott takes a Draco Meteor. It's going to depend on the special attack investment on that Arch. Because that's definitely... okay, that's fine. This was the important target, because that should pick up the KO. And I think our Samurott's faster anyway, so it wasn't critical that that hit. -1. It's not a 2-hit KO. They go Draco into Rotom. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, if any Pokemon could 1v2 the endgame here, it's Samurott, seeing Basque, but like... if I crit my Night Slash, it might pick up the KO. So let's give that a shot. Last respects. What? That wasn't a crit. And we don't get our crit. Bummer. Mr. Draco. They go Flash Cannon. Oh, that shouldn't do anything. Yeah. That was winnable if we crit there, I think. Or seemingly if we were not at -1. Wild. Alright, GG's. Hunter's getting a long one today. I mean, we did do a lot of team building in there too. Also, I've only written down that I've only written down 2 battles, but we had to have had at least a win or so in there. I don't actually recall. Because I have the L to Paris that I want to feature, and then obviously that insane W. But I kind of want that to be the closer, so maybe we just need another standard win. Let's get it here. Alright, we see Gardevoir, Talonflame, Garchomp, Sneasler, Kingambit, and Hisuian Zoroark. Do not want to get fooled by that Zoroark. It has happened before. Do not wish for it to happen again. I think I'm going to go Rotom, and we're not going to lead Slowbro, because that's what got hurt by the Zoroark previously. Actually, Blastoise is decent here. I don't hate Gyarados, admittedly. Do I think they're going to lead King Gambit? Hard to say. I think this is the squad. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Give it a shot. So we are going to see Gardevoir Sneasler to our Rotom Blastoise. Feels like a kind of whatever position. Could obviously go Gyarados here. Doesn't really advance us much. Well, actually, you know what? We might... I think we'll go ahead and... Volt Switch on the Sneasler. And Protect here. We will Mega Evolve. And Protect. Because I would have to imagine their Sneasler is interested in faking out our Blastoise so that we don't fake out their Gardevoir. But we don't have fake out, so that's why I think the Protect might do us some good here. I mean, imagine I lead Slowbro and go for Trick Room, but you know, it's fine. Okay, Blastoise is the only one protecting. Sorry? So that would be the Zoroark then. But you were trying to trick into my Blastoise. Fascinating. So this is Gyarados 100%. Should take a Hyper Voice decently. Yeah. I mean, it still does a lot of damage, don't get me wrong, but... so that Zoroark cannot trick Blastoise, and for that we thank you. So we're going to get a Thunder Wave off there. And I think I'm still going to Water Spout. Like, yes, I'm going to eat a Hyper Voice. No, I'm not going to eat a Hyper Voice. I'm going to lose my leftovers on Gyarados in favor of a Choice Scarf. And that means I'm Choice Scarfed into Thunder Wave, which actually, you know what? I think for this next turn alone is gonna kind of be relevant. Because I'm, what, 90, I think, on Gyarados? Oh, well, here's the Fake Out anyway. 90. Yeah, I'm super slow. So I can't select... Yeah, I can only select Thunder Wave. So he wants to fake out Hyper Voice. I don't want him to do that. I would like to Thunder Wave. And... would I like to Water Spout? I think so, right? Just some residual down is relevant here. Even though I'm gonna take a Hyper Voice before I get to attack. Blastoise has a lot of special attack. But also I've been underwhelmed by Water Spout every time I've used it. So, I don't know, you tell me. Is it worth saving the Gyarados? Potential Ice Beam on Garchomp, I guess, is cute. But, like, I don't want anything else to take a Hyper Voice, so I'd like to just Thunder Wave the Gardevoir. Sneasler protects. They might double protect to burn my Blastoise's protect, but that doesn't really matter all that much. Okay, great. This is really good. Because I believe Gyarados goes down here. Okay. Now, Rotom, I'm gonna need you to put on your glasses, big dog. This Hydro Pump into this Sneasler is pretty critical here. I'm not gonna lie. And we are going Dark Pulse on the Gardevoir. Rotom. Rotom. If there's Justice, we'll get the flinch. Oh, well, yeah, now their White Herb goes off. We'll either get a flinch or a para. Okay. There might be Justice. There might be Justice. The problem is... I can't beat the Sneasler now that it's boosted. Okay. Interesting. They might have let me back into it, depending on what their last Mon is. Although, they're probably doing that to advance their position here. Would be my guess. Can Gambit. Sucker Punch? Sucker Punch close combat? Does that win it? I think if we make the swap here and they go close combat into the Blastoise, because this will at least... I mean, if they close combat into the Samurott slot, it's over anyway. Yep. Okay. So, now they're forced to pick between... Boy. Do I have to get the Sneasler? I kind of have to get the Sneasler now. But I can't with Blastoise because I don't have Water Pulse. Alright, do we just have to play that they're not Chopal? Maybe. Yep. Not a surprise there. Maybe if he's not Chopal. Nope, they're Chopal. Huh? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, get Pokemon'd, I guess? You know what's funny is that 50% is from our water spout earlier. So, depending on what the roll is, I think we can afford to Volt Switch here because they're at -1. Oh, that's the other reason why. I think we just got it. I mean, that was an RNG fiesta of a game, but close combat. I mean, that's makes the most sense in case, you know, I'm trying to go for Hydro Pump and I miss, but we're just gonna lock in Volt Switch. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, that is a way to win a Pokemon game. GG's to my opponent. We will See y'all in the next one. Yeah, to all the Beyonders, there will be no next one. I'm gonna call it there, but that was pretty wild. Final. Well, maybe put it first. Cool. Well, hey, thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. Hope this was entertaining second monitor content, if that's how you're using it. However, wherever you may be, however you may be listening, thank you so much. If you haven't seen the main video, obviously go check it out. Otherwise, yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next hype. How about that? Have a good one, y'all. Cheers.